Good morning, cadets. Yesterday we discussed about temperature dependence of resistivity and the temperature coefficient of resistivity, right? Now, from that discussion we came to know that resistivity of metals rho T, if you take temperature T along x axis and resistivity along y axis. If you draw the graph for metals over a large range of temperature, the resistivity increases. This is for metals like copper, and for semiconductors. For semiconductors, exactly it is reverse. For semiconductors, there is decrease. So, as temperature increases, resistivity decreases. This is the semiconductors like silicon or germanium. And we discussed what is the reason for this. The equation for this is rho T equal to rho 0 plus alpha into delta T. Rho 0 into alpha into delta T. So, rho 0 is the resistivity at lower temperature, say at 0 degrees Celsius, and rho T is the resistivity at any given at any temperature. Alpha is the temperature coefficient of resistivity, and delta T is the change in temperature, T minus T naught, right? So, for a semiconductor, what happens? Rho T equal to rho 0 e raised to minus Eg upon kBT. So, this is an exponential function. Rho T is dependent on exponential function of T, and that too e raised to minus Eg upon kBT, where Eg is the energy gap between the conduction band and valence band. Kb is the Boltzmann constant, T is the temperature, right? Therefore, as you can see here, as temperature T rises, the resistivity decreases exponentially. So, this result you are going to discuss in the last topic when we are going to discuss about semiconductors. So, this is the reason, this is the way the resistivity at any given temperature is determined using the band energy band gap. So, all these things you are going to learn later, you need not worry at present. And that particular temperature T in Kelvin. And we have also discussed the reason using this main equation. The main equation which we have discussed is rho equal to m upon n e square 2. So, in case of metals like copper or aluminum or silver, rho is inversely proportional to tau. As temperature increases, what happens? The average relaxation time decreases. As tau decreases, resistivity decreases. Whereas in case of semiconductors, what happens? Rho is inversely proportional to n. No doubt rho is inversely proportional to tau. So, what happens? As temperature increases, n increases. As T increases, number density of electrons available for conduction, number density of charged particles available for conduction, that is n, increases. As n increases, what happens? Then rho decreases. And here rho is inversely proportional to tau, no doubt, but more than this rho inversely proportional to the average relaxation time, the increase in number density of charge carriers, number density of electrons and the positively charged holes in the case of semiconductors, that increase will be more dominating, that increase will be more dominating than average relaxation period, right. So, as n increases, resistivity decreases. So, this is how you have to find the difference between temperature coefficient of resistivity of conductors and semiconductors, right. One more point to be noted down here, that is temperature coefficient of resistivity for metals like conductors is positive value. It is of the order of 10 raised to minus 4 per Kelvin, 10 raised to minus 4 Kelvin to 10 raised to minus 3 Kelvin, very low value but positive value. Whereas temperature coefficient of semiconductors is negative, it is negative, and it is 0.05 per Kelvin for germanium, 0.07 per Kelvin for silicon. So, these are the temperature coefficient of resistivities, that is coefficient of temperature coefficient of resistivities for semiconductors like germanium and silicon. Point to be noted here is these are negative values and these are positive values. Now, let us solve some problems. Okay, let me solve a simple problem. At room temperature 27 degrees Celsius, the resistance of heating element is 100 ohm, resistance is 100 ohm. What is the temperature of the element if the resistance is found to be 117 ohm, given that temperature coefficient of the material is 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 4 per degree Celsius. Here alpha is given 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 4 per degree Celsius. Alpha is given. Resistance at room temperature. Let me take resistance at room temperature as R0. It is 100 ohm. Resistance at some temperature, let us say RT. This is given. It is found out to be 117 ohm. So, you are asked to find out what is the temperature of the element. This R0 is at room temperature. Room temperature T equal to 27 degrees Celsius. 27 degrees Celsius, convert it into Kelvin, it becomes 273 plus 27. So, it becomes 300 Kelvin. So, T0 is 300 Kelvin and you are asked to calculate higher temperature, final temperature, higher temperature, that is final temperature T. At what high temperature T we get this value. So, we use this same equation, rho T equal to rho 0 into bracket 1 plus alpha into T minus T0, where T minus T0 is the temperature difference. So, our rho T can be very easily now substituted by RT, because from the equation you know rho is equal to RA by L. Since length and area of cross section do not change, so as R changes, as resistivity changes, resistance also changes. So, very easily I can now write same equation for resistance in terms of resistance, R0 into bracket 1 plus alpha into T minus T0. So, we want to find out T value, final temperature T in Kelvin. Therefore, this can be written as RT minus R0 divided by R0, RT minus R0 divided by R0 into alpha equal to T minus T0. So, just substitute the value of RT and R0. So, we get RT is 117 minus R0 is 100 divided by R naught is 100 into alpha 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 4. So if you calculate this, 17 upon 17 upon 100 into 1.7, this 10 raised to 4 you take to the numerator. So it becomes 10 raised to 4 in the numerator. So you can see here 17 cancels. So it becomes 10 raised to 5 divided by 10 raised to 2. 100 can be written as 10 raised to 2. Therefore, it becomes 10 raised to 3 Kelvin. So, difference in temperature. Therefore, this gives us T minus T naught. That is, difference in temperature delta T is equal to delta T equal to T minus T naught is equal to 1000 Kelvin. Right? So, we want final temperature. Therefore, final temperature T is equal to, right, T naught plus 1000. T naught plus 1000, if you add, T naught is 300, it becomes 1300 Kelvin. 1300 Kelvin. So, in terms of degree Celsius, you can calculate. In terms of degree Celsius, T equal to 1300 minus 273. So, this gives you temperature in terms of degree Celsius. Yes, 10 minus 3, 7, 10 minus 8, 2. So, 10 minus 3, 7, carry 1, 10 minus 8, 2, carry 1, 13 minus 3 gives us 827 degrees Celsius. Okay. So, this is how we need to solve problems. So, there are various such type of problems in your textbook, please solve them. Okay. So, this is the equation for the resistivity of the metals, conductors. Okay. Thank you, have a nice day. So, still time is there, okay, no problem. I will solve one more problem. I will solve one more problem. So, let us solve second problem. Resistance of platinum wire of platinum resistance thermometer is 5 ohm at ice point. At ice point means at 0 degree Celsius, its resistance is 5 ohm. And at steam point means at 100 degree Celsius, its resistance is 5.39 ohm. When the thermometer is inserted in the hot bath, the resistance of the platinum wire is 5.795 ohm. Calculate the temperature of the hot bath. Platinum resistance thermometer, it is also called as thermistor. Thermistor means thermally sensitive resistor. When the temperature is more than 100 degrees Celsius, we will not be able to use the usual thermometer to measure those temperatures. Then we use thermistor, thermally sensitive resistor. Thermistor means thermally sensitive resistor. The thermally sensitive resistor is usually platinum wire resistor. So, this platinum wire resistor has initially 5 ohm resistance at R naught equal to 5 ohm at steam point, at ice point. Ice point means it is 0 degree Celsius, right? And when the thermometer is, when the platinum wire is inserted in a steam point, at boiling point of water, it is 5.39. So, the resistance of, let me take it as resistance of this at 100 degrees Celsius. I will write it as 100 degrees Celsius. resistance at 100 degrees Celsius of the same wire is 5.39 at steam point, right. Now, when this platinum wire thermometer is inserted into a hot bath whose temperature is to be measured, its wire resistance is found out to be 5.79. So, I will write it as RT equal to 5.795 at high temperature, T. You are asked to find out what is that high temperature T. So, first there are three references here, 1, 2, 3. At ice point it is 5 ohm, at 100 degrees Celsius it is 5.39 ohm, at a higher temperature of the hot bath it is showing 5.795. It means as temperature is increasing, resistance of the platinum wire is increasing. So, this is the principle of platinum wire thermometer, that is thermally sensitive resistor. As temperature increases, resistance increases. As we have studied temperature dependence of resistivity of metals. As temperature increases, resistivity increases, so also the resistance increases. So, we can, using these values, standard values, we can find out what is that temperature T. So, the equation is again same, RT minus R naught, RT minus R naught, if we take it, then it becomes alpha into bracket 1 minus alpha into bracket T minus 0, T minus 0, where T is the higher temperature, 0 is the initial temperature, T minus 0. So, RT minus R naught is equal to alpha T. This is first equation. Similarly, RT minus R100, RT minus R100, if you write, it becomes alpha into bracket T minus, T is the higher temperature than 100 degrees Celsius, T minus 100 degrees Celsius, T minus 100 degrees Celsius, right. So, RT minus, yes, T minus 100 degrees Celsius, this is another equation. So, rather than using this equation, we can use R100 minus R naught. R100 minus R naught is equal to alpha into bracket. We know final temperature 100 degrees Celsius, initial temperature 0 degrees Celsius. So, alpha into 100 minus 0. So, this becomes alpha into 100, alpha into 100. Therefore, we can calculate what is the value of T. Just take the ratio of these two equations. When you take the ratio of these two equations, you can write the solution. Yes, I will just rub this. Therefore, RT minus R naught, RT minus R naught divided by R100 minus R naught equal to alpha T divided by alpha into 100. So, alpha cancels. So, we need not worry about alpha. Therefore, just take this 100 to the left hand side. So, we get the result for T. Therefore, temperature T can be found out. So, T upon 100. Therefore, we can write T equal to RT minus R naught divided by R100 minus R naught into 100. This 100 I have taken to the left hand side. So, what is RT? resistance at a higher temperature 5.795 minus resistance at 0, this is 5 whole divided by resistance at 100 degrees Celsius 5.39 minus resistance at 0 degrees Celsius 5. So this multiplied by 100. So that gives you temperature in degrees Celsius 0.795 divided by 0.39 into 100. This gives you temperature in degrees Celsius. So if you calculate this, this comes out to be 300 and 5.39 R100 is 5.39. R100 is 5.23. R100 is 5.23. Therefore, you need to substitute here 5.23. So there is a correction here. It is not 5.39. It is 5.23. 5.23. So 5.23. So 5.23 minus 5. 5.23 minus 5, it becomes 0.23. Okay. So this is the given value. So if you actually calculate this, this comes out to be, after cancellation of decimals, 79.5 divided by 23 into 100, right? So 345.65 degrees Celsius. So this is how we get the result. So you have understood one more important thermally sensitive resistor. Thermally sensitive resistor is usually made up of platinum wire resistor, which is used to measure the temperatures whose values are more than 100 degrees Celsius, for which the thermometer, usual glass thermometer, cannot be used. Mercury thermometer cannot be used. So the principle of this thermistor or platinum wire thermistor is, as temperature increases, resistivity increases. Temperature dependence of resistivity of conductors. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.